Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. The Bachelor Season 29 couple, Juliana Pasquarosa and Grant Ellis, reached a new milestone in their relationship as she introduced him to some important people in her life. Juliana, a 28-year-old client service associate from Newton, Massachusetts, and Grant, a now 31-year-old day trader from Newark, New Jersey, got engaged at the end of The Bachelor Season 29. After a very dramatic finale during which Grant was torn between Juliana and runner-up Ligia. However, since the show ended, they've been very happy together, and they even shared that they went on their first dinner date after coming out of hiding. Juliana revealed that Grant had visited her at work and met her co-workers. In an Instagram story, Juliana revealed that Grant had visited her at work and met her co-workers. She shared a photograph of herself, Grant, and her co-workers posing together and smiling. Juliana captioned the picture, "Bring your hubby to work day was very fun." She also wrote, "Supportive co-workers turned family." What Juliana bringing Grant to work means for their relationship. The fact that Juliana brought Grant to meet her co-workers means that she wanted him to meet the most important people in her life. During her hometown date, he met many of her beloved family members, and now she's introduced him to another group of people who mean a lot to her. As Juliana and Grant continue to navigate their relationship in the real world, they'll be more a part of each other's everyday lives, so it's important that they get to know the people who are closest to them. Our take on Juliana and Grant's Bring Your Hubby to Work Day. I think that it's adorable that Juliana captioned her post, "Bring your hubby to work day." It's reminiscent of when she'd call him boyfriend during The Bachelor Season 29. By referring to Grant as her boyfriend and then her husband before either one of those things were really true, Juliana was showing that she saw a future with Grant. She takes their relationship very seriously, and he does too, which I believe is a great sign that their engagement really will lead to marriage someday. I'm also happy to see that everyone in Juliana's life who meets Grant, from her family to her coworkers, seems to really love him. Her family had no reservations about him and welcomed him with open arms. Grant has said that it was Juliana's hometown date when he really started to think that she could be the one for him. Now, the Bachelor winner's coworkers have welcomed him into their family as well. I hope that Juliana and Grant's love continues to grow, and that it will last forever. It's official. America's most talked about Bachelor couple, Grant Ellis and Juliana Pasquarosa, have just crossed a massive new milestone in their post-show relationship. And it's the kind of reveal that fans never saw coming. After a roller coaster of a season packed with tears, scandal, and one of the most controversial final rose ceremonies in franchise history, Grant and Juliana have emerged from the chaos stronger than ever. And now, they're ready to open up about what really happened after the cameras stopped rolling, and the secret they've been keeping for months. From a private heartbreak, to a secret cross-country move, to a career pivot that blindsided Bachelor Nation, the couple sat down exclusively with Reality Weekly to tell all, and to celebrate an announcement that's already being dubbed the Bachelor moment of the year. And trust us, you are not ready for what they revealed. Chapter 1. From Rose Ceremony to Real Life, a Couple in Crisis. When Grant Ellis handed his final rose to Juliana Pasquarosa during The Bachelor's nail-biting finale in January, fans were split. The chemistry was undeniable, the connection, electric, but behind-the-scenes tension, swirling rumors, and the heartbreak of runner-up Ligia, who tearfully accused Grant of misleading her, left many wondering whether Grant and Juliana were truly meant to last. And according to Juliana herself, the answer almost wasn't what fans hoped. "The night of the finale, we were on top of the world," she told Reality Weekly. But the next morning, everything changed. Immediately after filming Wrapped, Juliana says she and Grant were whisked into a whirlwind of press obligations, brand meetings, and network debriefs. But instead of feeling closer, the couple felt the pressure mounting. We couldn't even eat breakfast without someone asking us to smile for a camera, Grant added. I remember thinking, this is not what love is supposed to feel like. But the real crack came 2 weeks later, when an anonymous source leaked a damning rumor suggesting Grant had been secretly texting Licia after filming ended. Chapter 2: The Secret That Almost Ended Them. I'll never forget that headline, Juliana recalled. Bachelor Grant's late-night messages to Licia. I thought I was going to throw up. The story exploded online, with fan accounts dissecting blurry screenshots and anonymous tips that suggested Grant hadn't fully cut ties with the woman he'd sent home. Grant insists the rumors were completely fabricated, a desperate attempt by a production insider to stir post-show drama. But the damage was done. I didn't know who to believe, Juliana admitted. It's humiliating to go from being the love of someone's life to wondering if you're just the second choice. For nearly a month, the couple stopped speaking altogether. Juliana moved back to New York. Grant stayed in Los Angeles. Behind closed doors, friends say the two were devastated and completely unsure of what to do next. But then came the text. It was one sentence, Juliana said, smiling. He just wrote, I'm not letting this end like this. What followed was a private weekend in Santa Fe, where the couple reconnected. No producers, no cameras, just the two of them. We talked for hours. We cried, we yelled, we laughed, and for the first time, it felt like we weren't living in a storyline, Grant said. Chapter 3: The Move That Changed Everything. What fans didn't know is that 2 weeks after their secret Santa Fe reunion, Juliana made a life-changing decision. She packed her bags and moved to Los Angeles. It wasn't for Grant, she insists. It was for us. The pair quietly rented a townhouse in Silver Lake, far from the Hollywood buzz of Bachelor Mansion. Their neighbors had no idea who they were. Juliana got a job designing for a local sustainable fashion label. Grant started consulting for a mental health nonprofit. And for 6 blissful months, the couple lived completely off the radar, until today. Because today, they're not just stepping back into the spotlight. They're stepping into the next chapter. Chapter 4: The Exciting Milestone That Has Everyone Talking. After nearly a year of secrecy, soul-searching, and second chances, Grant and Juliana have finally revealed the milestone that has Bachelor Nation buzzing. They're officially engaged, again, but this time, it's real. The first proposal was for TV, Grant says candidly. This one's for life. The surprise re-engagement happened during a sunrise hike in Joshua Tree. Just the two of them, a thermos of coffee, and the same ring that once symbolized their on-screen fairy tale, now repurposed to reflect their real-life love story. It's my favorite photo in the world, Juliana said, holding up a blurry image of Grant in hiking boots and a denim jacket, kneeling in the dirt. Chapter 5: Why They Waited to Tell the World. So why the secrecy? According to the couple, they wanted to know if their love could survive without the spotlight. The Bachelor is a beautiful machine, Grant explained, but sometimes it turns people into characters. We wanted to be people again. For 6 months, they told no one, not even their families. I FaceTimed my mom after the proposal and just showed her the ring, Juliana laughed. She screamed so loud, my neighbor thought something was wrong. Chapter 6: What's next for Grant and Juliana? Now that the news is out, the couple says they're ready for what's next, and it's not just wedding planning. Juliana is launching her own fashion line, inspired by her time in Silver Lake. The brand, called Second Bloom, will feature locally sourced materials, minimal waste, and a collection of effortlessly romantic dresses, perfect for saying yes to real-life love. Grant, meanwhile, has signed on to produce a documentary series about mental health and masculinity in modern dating, inspired by his experience on the show. I want guys to know it's okay to cry, to be confused, to not have it all figured out, he said. Because that was me, for a long time. The couple also hinted that they're not opposed to returning to the Bachelor franchise, but only if it means changing the game. If they want us to host a spin-off about what happens after the rose. Grant teased, "We're all in." Chapter 7. Licia reacts. Of course, no Bachelor story would be complete without hearing from the woman who once stood at the center of the love triangle, Licia Gare. When reached for comment, Lydia told Reality Weekly she was genuinely happy for the couple, but couldn't resist throwing a little shade. "I wish them well," she said, "and I hope this proposal lasts longer than the first one." Sources close to Licia say she's still recovering from her public heartbreak, but has since signed on to appear in an upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise. She's glowing, an insider revealed, and rumor has it she's already made a splash on day one. Chapter 8. Fan reactions and franchise fallout. Within minutes of the engagement reveal, Bachelor Nation exploded. Twitter hashtags like #RealFinalRose, #Juliana Deserved Better, and #Grant 2.0 began trending globally. Fans flooded the couple's Instagram pages with heart emojis, congratulations, and one persistent question: when's the wedding? As for the franchise itself, insiders say producers are thrilled with the redemption arc and have already pitched Grant and Juliana a streaming special chronicling their real-life wedding. "This is the kind of story we dream of," said one producer. "They took a rocky beginning and turned it into something real. That's what Bachelor Nation is about." Chapter 9. We're not perfect, but we're real. As our interview winds down, the couple sits hand in hand on their porch, sipping wine and watching the sun dip behind the Hollywood Hills. "People think love is about fireworks," Juliana says. "But sometimes it's just showing up again and again. And not running away when it gets hard," Grant adds. They laugh, kiss, and agree that if they've learned one thing through all of this, it's that real love doesn't need an audience. But it sure doesn't hurt to have one cheering you on. Chapter 10. The wedding tease and a final twist. Before we say goodbye, Juliana winks and drops one last unexpected bombshell. "Let's just say, I might already have the dress picked out." And Grant, he just smiles and says, "Let's just say, there's more news coming." Could a wedding special be in the works? A baby on the way? A joint memoir? With these two, anything is possible. One thing's for sure, they may have met on reality TV, but what they've built together is as real as it gets. Stay tuned, Bachelor Nation.